Today we want to talk about the blessing, and under the blessing, the subtopic, it's called your name. Your name. You know, your name really carries weight. Your name is where your identity comes from. People identify you by your name. People identify who you are by your name. And your name, there are so many meanings of your name. Your name can be meanings, can have so many meanings. You can be named blessing. Your name can mean blessing. Your name can mean sunshine. Your name can mean a star. Your name can mean the rising. Your name can mean, we can have meaning, so many meanings of on your name. And some of these things can follow you. And by the grace of God, today we want to talk about Genesis 32 from verse 24. Here we are talking about Jacob, and in this context, Jacob is coming from the house of his father-in-law and is coming back to his father's house, because Jacob had gone to his father-in-law's place because he was running away from his brother, because they had a disagreement, because he had taken the blessing that was supposed to be given to his brother, and he took his father blessed Jacob instead. So Esau was angry with him, and he went to his mother. His mother told him to go to his brother's house. There he was supposed to marry from there. So he went to his uncle's place, and his father-in-law's place, and there, that is where he married his two wives. Mind you, when Jacob went to his father-in-law's place, he was a servant. He didn't just go there to stay. He became a servant in his father-in-law's place. Because when he told his father-in-law that he wanted to marry Rachel, his father-in-law told him that he had to work 7 years so that he will give him Rachel. So Jacob had to work 7 years first, but then there they also short played him. When the time of the marriage came, they gave him Leah instead. And when he discovered in the morning that they gave him Leah, then he told him, he asked his father-in-law, why did you do this to me? But then his father-in-law told him that the first daughter, the second daughter cannot be married before the first daughter. So he told Jacob again, you have to work for you. If you want Rachel, you have to work for me another 7 years. So he worked again 7 years. Here Jacob was really a servant. Yes, he was his father-in-law. Yes, he was his father-in-law, but he was a servant in his father-in-law's house. He was being paid wages, but then also here his wages were reduced. Even as he worked for all those years, his wages, he continued to reduce his wages. So this is where the realization struck Jacob. When Jacob reached a place, he told he divided his people into groups, and they went ahead of him, and Jacob was left alone. In verse 24 of 32 of Genesis 32:24, he was left alone, and there Jacob wrestled with God. The reason why Jacob was wrestling with God, because he had been blessed. Yes, his father had blessed him with the blessing of God, but Jacob was saying, yes, I have come out of my father-in-law's house with some blessing, yes, but I had to work for them. I worked for everything, and I struggled, and even my wages have been reduced. You can be in a position where, yes, there's a promise. Yes, God promised you things in your life, but you are not seeing them fully. They are not fully the way you expected them to be. Yes, they were promised. Yes, you can see them. Yes, you wanted a house, but you are living in a rental house. You want to buy a house. You want to own it. You want to have ownership of it. You want to buy land. Yes, you can see with your own eyes. Yes, but it has not fully come to pass. This is what Jacob was seeing. That is why he wrestled with God. And when Jacob wrestled with God, God did not just tell him that I've blessed you. God told him, no, I have to change this name. I have to change the name of Jacob. The Lord told him, you are no longer called Jacob, but you are called Israel from today. Because that name Jacob, really Jacob had struggled with that name. Jacob struggled with that name. When he went to his father-in-law's house, he really had to struggle. They did not give him the woman he wanted to marry. They gave him a wrong woman. But still, the woman gave birth and became a blessing. And later on, even he loved Leah also. But he wanted to marry Rachel. But then that name, the name that he carried, that is why he was running from his brother. And he was, they really were like, what kind of a person are you? But then when God changed his name to become Israel, now is when his heart settled. He did not have to become a servant again. When he went back to his father's house, there was peace. Even Esau that was chasing him up and down, when he met his brother, he thought that when he sent people to him, and Esau would be angry. But he didn't know. Jacob did not know that already God had changed the name that he had, the name that he had, that name that he had, that God changed and gave him a blessing. Now I will bless you and give you the name Israel. He did not know that God already had changed everything that was happening to him. He expected the war that he had left, that when Esau was chasing him, and everything that was following that was not according to what he captured in his mind, not according to what he wanted. So today we want to pray and tell God, whatever has come, whatever has been following me, God, change it. Change the way people perceive me. Change the response of this name, the name that I have. Let it carry weight. Let my name, King of Glory, Jehovah, carry the blessing that you want me to have. That, oh Lord Jehovah, I shall see your blessing. Let my name, oh Lord Jehovah, be changed again afresh. Let my name carry you, King of Glory, Jehovah. I want to thank God for all of you. I love you. Amen.